Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't mind the scruffy beard. I know I need to trim it. I worked outside pretty much all day today and I need to go take a shower, but I figured I'd do this video while I'm out here finishing up some tackle stuff. I want to go over kind of how I have the storage on the front deck of my boat. I'm not going to go too much into the back deck because unless you're traveling a lot or you're fishing really big tournaments, I don't think that there's a need for an average person to have a lot of tackle in the back. Tools, calling equipment, batteries, I mean that's really it. Spare life jackets, you know, that's what's in the back of my boat. I'll break down like my tools and what I think you need to take with you on the boat in a different video, but for tonight let's just go over the front deck storage on this Skeeter. I got more than I need, but I'd rather have it and not use it than need it and not have it. So let's break her down and see if you guys like any of my storage ideas. So here is the front deck of my Skeeter FX21. This over here is pretty straightforward rod storage. Got all my Fitzgerald fishing rods in here. I took the tubes out. I got a trim piece that's going to go around there, just kind of protect it some more. But I put sleeves on all my rods anyways so they don't get tangled. I don't have this thing nearly full, but for me this is all the rods that I need. Again, I'm not running a full tournament series or nothing like that. For what I do, that's all the rods I need. I got kind of every technique that I am confident and comfortable with rigged up and ready to go. So that's just kind of just normal rod storage. Again, I just take the tubes out of the front because I have more rods than the tubes would hold. And even with the sleeves on there and everything, I feel like this is a lot safer for the eyes of the rods. So now let's open up the center storage. And again, I have more tackle in here than the average person probably needs. But the way I do my organization, it just makes sense to have this many boxes. Now I'm not saying there's all these boxes are full, which I do have a bad tendency to, if I make a box, I want to fill it just because it looks empty if there's only a few in it. But you know, I got the Plano Edge series for my spinners, spinner baits and buzz baits, and then I have two Edge series boxes for terminal. This one is all hooks, but it's not all of the hooks. I would call it like my flipping and worm hooks. You know, here's my flipping hooks. These are heavy round bends. These are all my EWGs. There's a heavy EWG. These are light round bends. Some of my bigger treble hooks are in here. My Tokyo rig hooks are here. So that's just kind of my worm, flipping, punching hooks. And then in this one, let me take the spinnerbait box out of there. This is all my tungsten. These here are lead. These ones here. There's certain situations where I use these, and 95% of that is the kits. I'll rig these up because they're essentially free. I've had these lead ones forever, but you know, all my tungsten weights are separated in these individual ones. Flipping weights, normal worm weights. I do have more of these. They're just not all in here. I don't use half a whole lot. As far as worm weights, a lot of times I use more of these flipping style, which I need to restock this one, but a lot of stuff I've been doing lately has been heavier current, and I just feel like half ounce does not give it a natural fall. I feel like 3/8 is the way to go, or even 5/16 has been a lot of what I've been doing. So again, this is my flipping weights, worm weights. Bobber stops are also in here. I do like these edge boxes for this, but the way that I have these set up, you need to buy 2 boxes to get all the holders. Otherwise you got to buy, you know, I believe these come with 3, so now you got to buy 3 more. And then it only comes with I think 6 of the little boxes, but it comes with whatever. The way I have it set up, I need to buy 2 boxes and take half of it and put in that one, half of that one put in this one. But that works out really good for what I have set up. Now this box down here is an extra jig box I had laying around for my jig tying, and this is what I keep my treble hooks in. The unfortunate part is it's not deep enough for my bigger treble hooks, but you know, I got them by size, small, larger. And then these are all the feather trailed hooks. Put that spinnerbait box back in there. So then I kind of have it set up my most used to least used. Not saying that the Ned's the least used, but just the way it fits in there. I'll show you guys that box when I'm done here, because there's some people that are going to think that you can't do that, but I've been working on this for about a year now, and I think I have it figured out that Z-Mans don't get ruined if you take them out of the package. It was an expensive test, and I think it's working out. But on the sides here, I got I believe they're 3500 series boxes. This, I guess this might be a 35, and these might be 36s, something like that. But these are my hand-tied hair jigs. I don't have some of them in here because they're actually on the tie bench, because I had a guy here looking at some that he wanted me to tie up. Here's all my tube heads, drop shot weights and hooks, all my Carolina weights, hooks, beads, swivels, clackers. That is split rings, but there's also that I also have my O-rings in there for like my wacky tool. This is shaky heads and swing heads in this box, and this is all my swim bait, belly weighted hooks, not belly weighted, swim bait heads. I got some underspins in here. You know, just different sizes. I'll pull this one out, but you know, just different sizes of swim bait heads. You know, I try to keep everything as organized and separated as possible. These jig heads here, I don't have them overly separated, but you can clearly tell the difference in them, so it's not that big a deal. But I try to keep all my hooks separated by size and weight when I put them in these boxes. And then the last box I have in here is my Nico / Wacky rig box. You know, I have all my weighted ones, my Nico weights, my Wacky weights, and I have room for expansion. These hooks seem to be what's been kind of the hot ticket of what works for me. So I don't really, if I try something, you know, I'll fill this box out. But for me, 99.9% of the time, what's in this box when it comes to Nico and Wacky rigging, that's all I need. But yeah, as you can tell, I got everything a little bit more separated than I need to, but that's because I have the room. I can really dial in what I got. You know, swim jigs, and then when I do my swim jigs, or jigs in general, I try to separate by color, but sometimes I'll buy a series of jigs, or I had jigs that are all the same series, but I only have like one of each, and they'll go together. But otherwise, for the most part, you know, this is black and blues, you know, except for these two are a pair in a series. These are green pumpkins, except for these 3 are in a series, and then this is more bait fish colors. That's just kind of how I got the majority of the boxes set up. Not saying they're all set up this way, but they're all set up in rows, and then they go from smallest to largest. So these are 3/8. These are 3/8 6 cents. These are halves. 3/8 halves. 3/8, or these are different in a series, but these are 3/8, 3/8, 3/8 halves. These are 3/8. These are halves. So that's kind of how I have it set up. Actually, these are quarters. These are 3/8. But I know when I look at them. Flipping and casting jigs. Set up the same way. So these are my black and blues. These are my green pumpkins. These are my crawfish colors. I have these ordered. When I order stuff, I try to get a minimum of 2 of each. So I got 1 of these on order, 2 of these on order. I kind of had a rough weekend. But okay, so then these are micro jigs, and these are micro tungsten jigs here. So that's why they're kind of mixed together. Micro tungstens, or I wouldn't even call these micros. They're compacts, and these are micros. Football jigs, honestly, this needs to go farther back, but because of the weight I keep them in the front, I don't throw a whole lot of football jigs. As you can tell, these still have the bands on it. This box is a little bit different. You know, my green pumpkins, black and blues, kind of crawfish colors. Over here I got just some bear heads in case I want to run like a football head on just like a creature bait or something of that nature. I got just some plain football heads. Again, I don't throw a whole lot of football heads. Bladed jigs. Again, there is organization to it. Black and blues, jackhammers. These are big blades. There's only 3 of them. So I only got 3 big blades. I don't throw them a whole lot. Green pumpkins. These are jackhammers. That is like a copper color. And then I have my bait fish colors. Again, 3/8 half, 3/8 half, 3/8 half, 3/8 half, 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 and then these are all 5/8. I don't throw a whole lot of big bladed jigs. Just I think 5/8 is about as big as I need to go. Just with the situation, I think that the real shallow water, edge of pads, the 3/8 falls really natural, a little bit faster flowing water along some of our riprap and stuff on the river. I think a half falls really natural, and I have really good luck on it, so I don't change it up too much. I've tried going one way or another in both locations, and it doesn't really seem to help or hurt. So I got confidence in this in the shallow, no current. I got confidence in this and 4 foot of water and current. So that's just the way I'm going to do it. Square bills. There's kind of some rhyme or reason, color wise, but the big thing is just having them all separated. Lipless. These are more separated size wise. So like your Bill Lewis kind of originals are here. I believe these are, I don't remember what these are. These are riprap are these ones, and then these are just some ones I found actually. I think these might came with the boat, them too. Now we're into the specific ones. So here's DT4s, but so these are DT4s. These are DT10s. These 3 here are DT10s, but the reason they're in the DT4 box is I don't carry enough of them with me to make a DT10 box, and they're really, where I fish most time, to throw a DT10 is very uncommon. A lot of stuff I fish is say 6 foot, so that's where the DT6 box comes in. But I carry them with just in case we're gonna go try fishing somewhere else, and so I have them. I don't have all my DT10s in here, just the ones that I use the most. This is 6s and 8s. I got some 6 cents baits in here. I don't know what that joined one is in there. I think one of my kids threw that in there the one day. These are top waters, spooks, walking baits, prop baits, things of that nature. It's that time of year. Here's my frogs. I do got a couple poppers in here, but again, when I buy stuff, I try to buy 2 of each. If I have just a single of it, either I have it on order or like this. I've had this forever. I've caught a lot of fish on not necessarily this one, but the duplicate I had to it. I just don't throw it anymore, but I have it with me just in case the day just works out right, and I think it's going to be beneficial to throw that over anything else. Jerk baits. On the bottom I got the size rope, 8s. That's an 8, a 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, and an 8 foot. So this box here, I'm gonna give it a little bit longer of testing, then I'll give you guys a full review on it. But I put something in this box that these are Z-Man plastics. They're not deteriorating. They're still stretchy. I use them every time I go out and they're not falling apart. The only issue I've had is these tubes. On the ends of them, they're kind of melty looking. But actually, these were like that when I got it. See how the ends of the tubes are kind of like schmeary looking? But that's the way they were when I got them. I might have got them at like, I don't know, Walmart or something. So I'm not crediting them ones. But all my other Z-Man ones that are in here, they are looking good. They're not deteriorating. They're still soft. They're still stretchy. They still float. The fish still bite them. So I'm going to test this probably through the end of this summer, get through all the heat, make sure everything still holds up good, and then I'll talk to you guys about what I did to keep these from reacting and keeping them fresh and not in the package. It's probably easier just keep them in the package, but for me, I actually use this a lot stream fishing. So I like having it all in a box, and then I just take the box with me when I go stream fishing, and then I have it. So I will do a little bit more testing on that, and I'll let you guys know how that turns out. So that is the center storage. Let's go over to the side storage. So now this is mostly what I would call soft plastic storage. I got my live scope box in here. I got my rain gear in here. I got some extra clothes back there. But this box is all tubes. And that is a kit that I bought a long time ago. But I kind of just keep refilling it. A lot of that is actual Senkos in there now. Again, this is all my tubes are in here, and then I have these labeled. So this is trailers. This is like your oh, I don't even know what they call them. So I got like my horny toads in there, rage tails, happy swimmers, grubs, twin tail grubs. These are all my swimmers. I have quite a few of these Shields ones. I have good luck with them. I got some rage swimmers. I got some of these little Kitech easy shiners, or whatever they want to call them. This is This bag here is kind of all Carolina, what I would call like my bigger creature baits. Basically it's all lizards, things of that nature. And this bag here is all my finesse. So this is drop shot, shaky head, things of that nature. That's all in this box and all organized. You know, I got long shots in the back, and then I got you know, just all my drop shot in the front. So then my other form of storage, and this seems to be working out pretty good. The problem I have is I think I need to find some bigger ones, because like this is my what I call beaver baits, and that thing is solid. Maybe I can do this without setting the camera down. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, no, there we go. So I call this one all beaver baits. So I got a pack of rodents up there. These are kind of like leftover packs that I put in Ziploc bags that are in here. This one is in my day box. I need to order some more. These guys, if you guys are looking for some baits, I've really been digging these kind of for my jig trailers. They've been working really good. I kind of been pretty happy with them. D-bombs, you know, just your normal beaver style baits, bandito bugs, things like that. I ran out of, like I said, that one's pretty full. But then I break it down for all of them. You know, I got worms, so this is like my trick worms and my things of that nature. Ribbon tail worms, craws, my speed craws, kraken craws. So this is all flukes, whether it be like the dangle darts, the regular darts, you know, any fluke style baits in here. And this one is all, I say dingers, but it's all non-Senkos or not 5-inchers. So this is 4-inch, 3-inch, 6-inch dingers, Senkos. I'm trying to think what else is in here, but yeah, it's all just kind of just straight-tailed worms are in here. The Senko, Sticko style worms are all in there. And that's kind of how this side's set up. It's all plastics and rain gear and extra clothes and things of that nature. And then the last thing we got is my day box. So this is 90% of the plastics I use. And then in here I got my Spike It Dip and Glow unscented. A lot of the baits I use have their own scent built into the plastic. I don't think I haven't noticed the benefit of adding scent to plastics that have scent impregnated into them. So I like just to have just the normal unscented, and then I have, you know, like my trolling motor remote, permanent marker, different pliers. I carry 3 scissors because if anybody knows anything about the FXs versus the FXRs, everything is at an angle. So that's not that big a deal. But the scissor slot is not very good for scissors, and the plier slot's not very good for pliers because it's at an angle. So I always make sure to carry extra scissors with me, because I've lost 2 already this year. I don't know how that thing ends up out the back of the boat, but it does. So I carry 3 scissors with me, split shot pliers. So yeah, it's kind of my day box. You know, I kind of have it separated into my finesse stuff. I put right in the front, you know, trick shots, Dream Shots. That's my two main drop shot baits, and them are right in the front. Seems like when you're drop shotting and you're on them, you're going through a lot. You know, and then I kind of go into trailers. Here's some more. Here's some more of them A&A Customs. This is a Flip and Crawl green pumpkin with red flake. These are, oh, them are some sneaky worms there that I've been using. Baby D-bombs, trick worms, darts, lunker logs, different colored dart that actually goes up here, and then rattling nets. Not affiliated with Guggen Squad. I think they make really good stuff, but the thing that I think is making them really great right now is there's a lot of people that are afraid of the fanboy status of running Guggen baits. So 95% of the people that are throwing Guggen baits are fishing off of docks and from the banks. There's not a whole lot of weekend tournament, weeknight tournament guys that are throwing this stuff, and I think it's different to the fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I don't know how to put it. It's not a different bait, but there's a lot of guys that aren't throwing it, so it's something different than the fish have seen. So I think that's why I've had really good luck with it, and I just think there's a lot of people that are afraid that they're going to be, you know, like victimized because they got Guggen baits in their boat, which I think they're great. You know, again, I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I do love DC though. DC is great. But I think them baits are awesome, and I think that they're really good on some of the spots I go, because there's a lot of guys that are afraid to have them in their boat because they don't want people thinking that they're part of the squad. And I mean, even if you were part of the squad, I don't think that's a bad deal, because their stuff works and their videos are pretty funny. So that's the day box wrapped up. Last thing on the actual front deck is the glove box. I got some line. Oh, that was my partner from last night, his spinnerbait. So I got some lines in here. I got a spare reel, bug spray, scale, some wipes, my boat registration's in there, sunglasses, things of that nature. Typical glove box kind of stuff. So, gotta put them away. So that's kind of an overview of my front deck storage. You know, it's not perfect. There's a couple things that I'm working on playing with changing, but it works really good for me. It's really like counterintuitive, however you want to say it, to how I fish. Everything is easily accessible to me, and I already kind of have it in my head where everything's at, and it's easy to grab and go. So if you guys have any questions on any of the storage stuff I have, or where I got any of this stuff, just go ahead and leave it down in the comments, and I'll respond to it as fast as I can. You know, I thank you guys for watching. Again, we're going to break down some more stuff in this boat, so go ahead, like, subscribe to the page, and we'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to go in and take a shower because I did not turn on the AC soon enough in this garage, and I am sweating.